So I was editing the episode from last week, a couple weeks ago, and it was 2 parts, and part of it felt a little negative to me.
Yeah.
And it just like, oh man, we're just so upset with all of these, like, oh man, second screen experiences and music, right, and all
Netflix,
of this.
Screw you.
Yeah, just all of this, like, oh, like, and I typically don't like being that negative, because I kind of do think how you look at things. I mean, obviously, like,
yeah,
you know, aside from the This Is Water, which was dealt with a similar thing, but how you look at things kind of drives how you look at everything else. Mm-hmm. And it does get on my nerves. Like, me personally, as an individual, as a singular experience, it does frustrate me. And I see the world as this amazing limited opportunity. Like, we have all of, like, more beautiful, like, just transcendent music than I'll ever be able to listen to. And we have more, you know, good whiskey or great films or like beautiful, nature, amazing literature, just nature that is so gorgeous that it crushes you inside. Mm-hmm. Like, it makes you feel insignificant and just overwhelmed with darkness. And we have all, there's just so much to the relationships and love and, you know, momentary experience. There's just so much. The world gives so much.
Yeah.
That we just get to experience. And you add in, you know, obviously we talked about like nature and relationships but like, yeah, whiskey or like a nice camera or just like that, like a beautiful sunset. And there's just so much amazing thing, like amazing, just amazing experience to have. And it does frustrate me when we just put, like, for example, you know, we talked about the second screen.
Yep. Like,
that concept frustrates me.
Yes.
It makes me upset. You know, it just, and part of that is I totally understand the idea of like, yeah, you've had a hard day's work. You just want to put something on that you don't really have to focus on. But then I'm like, man, all of the beauty that is being sacrificed for that sludge, essentially. Well, and it sounds pretentious and ugly and snobby.
Yeah.
And I know that. And I don't mean it that way. I think there's something deeper there. I don't want to be a snob. I don't like people that are snobby or that are, you know, thumb their nose at other people's taste. And I get it. Like, that is taste, but for some reason, just all I can talk about is my singular experience. And it's just like frustrating to me because it feels like distraction from all of this. Like, I don't like hearing people talk about how terrible everything is, because I'm like every moment is a fleeting opportunity to experience the most amazing gift that, you know, anybody's ever had. And it's constantly fleeting, and there is, for all we know, there's a timer, and it runs out at a certain point.
And I think that's the, you know, kind of keep on the second screen thing, you know, I think of what you just said and go, these businesses can make really powerful, impactful work. They can collaborate with artists and tell stories that change people's lives or open up new worlds, develop their awareness without being didactic and all that kind of stuff. And Netflix goes, well, we're just a business that needs to make money and earn profit for our shareholders. So how can we create visual music that will grab enough of the attention of someone who's on their phone so that they just keep whatever we made on their TV playing and keeps them subscribed to our service so we can continue to meet the expectations or exceed the expectations of our shareholders and make money. It's like the most reduced, basic, soulless, lifeless thing they can do to just like
Sideways
solve this
objective.
equation of we need people to have our thing on their TV. We don't feel like competing with their telephone or their iPhones and their first screens. So how do we just make something that they'll tune into, that they'll have on in the background? Like, how can we just be background? How can we just be on in the background so that we're maintaining subscriptions, growing our subscriber base? And it's just sad.
Yeah, it's just, and
I'm not saying that
I don't want to sit here and just be like, oh, corporate, these corporations are all of our, it's all our, like all of our problem and da 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 da. Like,
yeah,
they're destroying, like the modern world. It's like, I think a lot of the issues that stem in our society today, and we talked about this before, it's how we choose to perceive.
right.
Like talking about how I think he had he under like the equation that he understood, that David Foster Wallace understood from my interpretation of his work, is he understood that when you remove meaning, you're only doing it on a superficial level. Mm-hmm. Like when you remove, like, you have this postmodern world and we've killed all of the everything, all of the meaning, because it was all just fake anyways. And it was just institutional, propaganda to, control populations.
Yeah.
And when you remove all of that, you remove a core requirement for the human being. And then you also kind of remove a sense of autonomy, or a sense of how I look at this is how this is, mm-hmm. or how I, these corporations are responding to audiences.
Right.
If nobody watched the bullshit second screen experience stuff that they put out, then they wouldn't make it.
Right.
And so I've always lived by this, like in America, something that I believe to be true is there's really only two ways that you can vote. You talk about voting and having liberty, and it's like you can vote with your dollar and you can vote with your feet.
Yeah.
Where you are and what you choose. It's like what you choose to, your feet can be your attention,
right?
Or it can be the physical place that you're in.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then your dollar. That's how you vote. And, corporations are slow, but if you say, I'm not going to put up with this, mm-hmm. they're going to say, okay, well, what do you want?
Yeah.
And I know it's not like that's a very oversimplified way of presenting it, but at the very basic level, it's we complain and then we don't change anything. We don't audit our habits or our consumption and say, I don't agree with this, so I'm gonna stop. We're really good at being like, this sucks, and then we just do it.
It had been a golden afternoon, and I remember having the familiar conviction that life was beginning over again with the summer.